Greetings, my friend.
Greetings.
We are all the incidents, the places. My friend, we cannot keep
Why is this
secret
guy
any
screaming
longer.
at me?
Let us punish the guilty.
Oh shit, guys. That kind of intro is get your fucking seatbelts. That's that intro. That intro is like, you better hang on to your dicks and balls, because we're about to blow them off with our cinematic genius.
Old man's heart.
Who are these fuckers? We just come down here to watch the funerals. Oh, they're the... okay. Now it makes sense. He didn't do, like, a eulogy. He just kind of was like, yep, this is the Bible. Not gonna say anything. Boom. Closed. We out.
Over. You got me that time, Mac. This American Flight 812 requesting...
Oh, man. Star Trek Attack on the Bridge acting. What?
Burbank Tower to...
Trouble?
Take a look for yourself.
Take a look for yourself. Something floating on a string out
Nothing
there.
from this world.
The police heard the screams from across town. Because the set was right next to this one. Apparently Dave doesn't know how to work the car. Dave, you're moving, you're moving! Dave, you're knocking over the tombstones that are supposed to be made of stone and stuck in the ground. Why is he acting like a vampire? Because he's not a vampire, he's a zombie? I guess that begs the question, are vampires zombies? A lot of questions. A lot of deep theological... not theological. Sociological? Philosophical kinds of questions. Brought up by Plan 9 from Outer Space.
He's messed up as bad as those two back there. Suppose that saucer or whatever it was had something to do with this?
Your guess is as good as mine, Larry.
I think they're completely
One
unrelated.
thing sure.
People turning south from the freeway were startled when they saw 3 flying saucers high over Hollywood Boulevard.
Excellent. We're getting a real good sense of scale of these saucers by seeing them compared with so many different things. I bet CBS and NBC are stoked that they're in this movie.
In the sky, there comes a time in each man's life when he can't even believe his own eyes.
You know when you go to a bar and they just give you a giant bottle of booze?
Gave the signal to fire.
Yeah, that's exactly how bombs work. They look like little poppets that you get on 4th of July.
The big gun's a usual way of welcoming visitors.
We haven't always fired at them.
Oh?
For a time, we tried to contact them by radio, but no response. Then they attacked a town.
Oh.
A small town, I'll admit, but nevertheless a town of people. People who died.
I never heard about that.
Well, it was covered up by the higher echelon.
Very futuristic curtains.
You have your report?
We had to pull it.
It's too bad it must be handled this way. But
I prefer we did Plan 10, where we give them the internet and they murder themselves.
Yes, Excellency.
Every pilot of a saucer drives drunk. They get fucked up on that space wine. They're just kind of rocking it around.
The saucers are up there, and the cemetery's out there. But I'll be locked up in there. Now, off to your
That's not a good
wild
sentence.
blue yonders.
It's very confusing what you're talking about.
Immediately.
I promise. Besides, I'll be in bed before half an hour is gone, with your pillow beside me.
My pillow?
Well, I have to have something to keep me company while you're away.
She's gonna jerk off with your pillow.
Sometimes in the night when it does get a little lonely, I reach over and touch it. Then
Yeah.
it doesn't seem so lonely
Yeah.
anymore.
A crazy kid.
She's jerking off smelling your pillow, dude. Just accept it. She's sexually awakened. It's okay, you're married.
I do love you, darling.
Getting a little Frenchin' before I hit the skies. Remember, if you cheat on me, I'll kill both of you. Have a good one.
You know I'm not leaving you here until you're locked safely inside.
All right, darling.
And put the bars up, and put the chastity belt on.
If you're especially nice, I may even lock the side door.
And be sure you keep the yard lights on.
Say urine lights? You mean like the glow bowl? Do you guys know what the glow bowl is? It's a light that you put in the toilet so you don't have to turn on the lights when you piss in the morning? Or in the middle of the night? Like, you better turn that glow bowl on so you don't piss everywhere, you fucking monster. And it's like, I sit down.
You're mighty silent this trip.
Lock the side doors, 50 slang for let you put it in my butt. Felix. Felix.
I hope so.
If you really...
Hey, Edie, how about you and me balling it up in Albuquerque?
Albuquerque, have you read that flight schedule, boy?
Balling it up. Now that's 50s for boning.
That's strictly a 9 o'clock town.
Nah, not only she throw cold water on my Albuquerque plan, but now she's repeating herself. How about that Albuquerque ball?
I can't resist your charm, Danny boy.
I wanna fuck you in Albuquerque, man. How about that Albuquerque sesh?
Little attention to the blast of...
Okay, Mac. Thanks for calling.
Wait, Mac? Is that not her husband? Is like her husband's friend calling for him? Which means he's just like plowing attendance and shit? The male ones, because he's secretly gay. But you gotta be closeted in this time. Hey Davis, you ever wonder why we keep looking at the same 12 graves? We don't go anywhere else in this graveyard.
It's tough to find something when you don't know what you're looking for.
I don't think the lieutenant does either.
Who hired these 15-year-olds to be
I was
cops?
off duty an hour ago.
General, what's this all got to do with me?
Well, you've been in charge of saucer field activity for a long while. I think it's about time you heard these recordings. You mind?
Mind? Huh. I'm anxious.
You've been shooting at these things without any information. Maybe you should know what they sound like.
Do you still believe it impossible we exist? You didn't actually think you were the only inhabited planet in the universe. How can any race be so stupid? Permit me to set your mind at ease.
Excuse me while I battle rap you.
Only save it. This is our last.
Then he called us assholes and dum-dums.
That's the end of that one.
Yeah.
They just pulled this guy from medieval times. He just got done with medieval times. He's like, I'm not changing.
Get a better look at him.
Is the girl safe?
Mrs. Trent, you better stay with the car.
Stay here alone? Not on your life.
Modern women. Yeah, they've been that way all down through the ages, especially in a spot like this.
Calvin. Yes, sir.
Fucking women. I hate them. Right? High five. Boom.
Now you stay close to the officer, honey.
I'd feel safer with you.
Can't believe that fool married one. What an idiot.
They'll discover our ship soon.
You're going to let them find us?
Did he just forget his line when he walked in? He was like, reset, line.
Others about us.
How then is it mad that one planet must destroy another who threatens the very existence? That's enough!
In my land, women are for advancing the race, not for fighting man's battle. Life is not so expansive.
Women don't even have rights on other planets. That's horrible. Oh, bam. This has got all the action of a Batman 66 fight here. It's like they're in a shitty escape room.
We gotta hand it to them, though. They're far ahead of us.
But they're just as dumb. I mean, their plan only involved the San Fernando Valley. Oh, he's getting up.
God help us in the future.
In the future. Alright. That's a quality piece of shit. And Criswell. Who the hell was Criswell? Apparently they're like They're the Beyonce of that time. They got one name. Man, Plan 9 from Outer Space. I enjoyed how there was a point to it. I enjoyed that the writer, Ed Wood, the director, Ed Wood, the producer, Ed Wood, was trying to bring a point across about peace and about not murdering the entire planet with the innovations in death, and it ended poorly for those aliens trying to get that point across because they tried to murder the wrong alien species. Of course, there's always room for a sequel, which is hilarious. I kind of wish he made that sequel. I wish somebody else would make that sequel. Maybe Plan 8 from Outer Space, or 7, 1 through 5. Make it a whole series. But I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how bad it was. I said at the beginning, I enjoy bad films because it reminds us what we like about good films. That's why I enjoy them so much. Because, of course, you have the classics. You have your Godfathers. You have your Schindler's Lists. You have your perfect movies from beginning to ends. Your Saving Private Ryans and whatnot. Your Citizen Kanes. But the Plan 9s really help put in perspective why those movies are so good. Because you take for granted all the little things that go into those movies that you love. And then when you see a bad movie, you notice those things that you don't notice in good movies. Score, editing, even acting from your second or third tier characters. That's why I love movies like Plan 9, because then you go watch The Dark Knight, you go watch these other movies, and then they're just so much more fun. Yeah, you do like some awful movies. I do like some terrible movies. Con Air. We're getting towards the end of June, and I wish so much that I could stream Con Air on July 14th, because July 14th is very important to the movie Con Air, and I usually watch it on July 14th, but there's no way I can stream that movie under these circumstances, because I'm only doing public domain films. Luckily, Plan 9 was public domain. So he had the foresight to realize that this movie probably wasn't going to make him that much money, even though The Room is making Tommy Wiseau a fuck ton of money. And is giving him a following. Do not speak another... well, of course, I love Con Air. But I think we can both agree Con Air is not a good movie. I think it's a great movie. I think it's basically awesome from beginning to end. But it's not a good movie. It's not good cinema. I think you could say that about Con Air. Same thing for, like, Face Off. Or, Airheads.